Fundamentals of Investments in 5 minutes or less. My name is Dr. John Nyamunda, and today we are going to talk about covariance. If you looked at the portfolio correlation formula, you would have seen that it says covariance divided by standard deviation A times standard deviation B. So sometimes in the exam they might ask you what is covariance, in the same of to say calculate covariance, or they might want you to calculate portfolio correlation without giving you outright the covariance. So that is what we are talking about today. So what is covariance? So we are saying covariance is to say what is the variance of the both shares combined. Remember, variance is a measure of a risk. It is closely related to standard deviation. So the formula for covariance is summation P for probability times return A minus expected return A times return B minus expected return B. Let's do an example for it to make more sense. Okay, so let's do a question from a past exam question. So an analyst makes the following estimates: two scenarios, probability 50-50. So return for I, scenario 1 is 30, scenario 2 is 10. Return for J, scenario 1 is 20, scenario 2 is minus 10. But looking at our formula, the first thing we need to do is to find this expected return for I and for J. So using the old approach, we will say expected return for I is equals to 50 times 10 plus 50% times 10, which is what we are showing here, which is equals to 20. For J, similarly, we say 0.5, 50% times 20, 0.5 times minus 10, which is 5, which we are showing here. Now we have all the factors which we need to plug into this formula. So we now say 0.5 times return, which is 30%, minus 20, which is what we have here. Then we say times 20 minus 5, which is what we have this part. Then we say 0.5 times 10 minus 20 times minus 10 minus 5, which is what we have on this part. If you do that, you get your 1.5, which is here, option 3. Then your answer is 100%. It's never enough until you do your own question. So let's go to the next slide to do your own question, which is calculate the covariance of security A and B, and you are given the formula here. Pause the video and attempt it on your own. The only difference here is we have 3 scenarios, 50%, 25, 25. So the first step, remember, you calculate expected return. Pause the video, attempt it, and then you can go to the next slide to see if you got it right. You are too brilliant if you got 0.005. Remember to get expected return 0.5 times 12 plus 0.25 times 10 plus 0.25 times 8, which is what we did here. Then you do it with B. Then you get 10.5 and 10. Then you just simply plug and play. 0.5 times 12 minus 10.5 times 10 minus 10, which is what we have here, plus 0.25 times 10 minus 10.5 times 11 minus 10, which is what we have somewhere here. Then we have 0.25 times 8 minus 10.5 times 9 minus, which is what we have as the last part there. Then you do that and you get 0.05. Thank you for joining in today's Fundamentals of Investments in 5 minutes or less.